I'm so happy to be here. First of all, like always, got to thank God for this because God is always number one in our life, and without Him, we're nobody. So, yeah, big one to God. He's the number one. You know, this is like a dream for me. I tell my wife, I said, honey, I still can't believe this. Last year, December, I was looking for an opportunity, and I was hungry. And we did chapter 7. We lost everything. And I have a why. I have a reason why I worked so hard. I remember that I saw the opportunity back in November in Las Vegas, but I was broke. I had $20 in my pocket. So Guillermo said, Cortez, come with me. Yes, check it out. I said, I don't have any money to drop. Yes, come with me, no problem. I'll pay for everything. So, and I saw Saul Hernandez presenting the opportunity, and I look at the numbers and I said, oh my God, if this guy can do it, I'm just playing. I can do it too. So I came back to the house, and I had a lot of faith. And I said, this is going to work. I know it's going to work, but I don't have any money. I'm just going to go by faith, and I'm going to make it work. So I started talking to some of my friends, and we had an event in Anaheim. That was in December 13 when I met Andy McWilliams. And I remember I was broke, but I had followers behind me. I don't know how followers follow a broke person, but they were behind me. So, and I told those guys, do not sign up because I don't have the money yet. Just wait. What do you mean wait? Yes, yeah, just wait and then we'll talk and we'll discuss. So I took about 6 people to the event in Irvine, and they saw the opportunity, and they came straight to me and said, Refugio, we are ready to sign up. And I said, wait, I don't have any money. Can you just wait? And 5 of them said, okay, we'll wait for you. We'll wait at least 1 day, but we're not going to wait any longer. But there was a guy there that he said, I'm sorry, man, I'm not going to wait for you. So I remember he went straight to Rob Hobbs from corporate. And he said, you know what, sir? And I saw him pointing at me like that guy over there. And I'm like, me, what did I do? So I went over there and I said, what's going on? He said, sir, I'm sorry, but this guy needs to get in. And I'm sorry, are you going to get in? I don't have any money. I told him to wait. So Rob says, well, sir, he wants to join right now. What do you want me to do? Well, wait. So I said, Guillermo, where are you, Guillermo? So I was running looking for Guillermo. I said, man, I need to borrow $300, man. I mean, you're my sponsor, and the 25%. Now, Guillermo, you know that Guillermo's very happy that he's making 25% of what I make on a weekly basis. So he said, all right, man, I'll let you borrow the money. So that's how I sign up. Did I ever pay you back, Guillermo? I don't remember. Huh? No, yeah. Oops. So that's... See, but again, guys, I had a lot of faith. I said, this is going to work. $20 in my pocket during Christmas. And I remember that back then, I was into another company. We lost everything, and I experienced something very painful. I remember that when we lost everything, one of my kids, he's right here, he came to me, he said, I was in the closet, and he said, Daddy, don't cry. Why don't you sell our toys? Stop crying. Go, let's do a garage sale, and let's go ahead and put all our toys together and stop crying. I want to help you with my toys. So, excuse me. So, so I did experience that once. So when I saw Momentis, I was getting to the point to get to the same experience that I had many years ago. And I said, that is not going to happen again. It's just not going to happen. And I'm going to show you my why, my reason why. Without money, I built this business based in one service. Can you guys come over here? I want to show you my why, my kids. Please, Jason, everybody. My wife, Nubia. This is my wife. This is the reason why I work so hard, because I love them with all my heart. This is my energy right here. And I promise them, I will never, never, I'm never going to let you down ever again. Especially my little one. That's Anthony. And I remember Jason, I think that was Jason. He said, Daddy, you are our hero. Even though you don't speak English right, but you are our hero. So, every morning when I go to work, for me, there's no excuses. If you have a why that is very strong, you think this is a very strong why? This is my biggest, strongest why that I will never, never see. Every time I think about being broke, I work even harder. And we keep looking at our checks, and my wife, she's like, honey, I cannot believe this. This is what we make on a weekly basis. What people make per year. I mean, think about it. 11 months ago, we were broke. And I want to thank not only God for everything that He's done for me, but my beautiful wife. My beautiful wife, that she's been the father and the mother for the last 11 months. And I remember my son Alex, he was supposed to go to a trip. They're in private school, and I said, kids, I'm sorry, I'm not going to make it. You're not going to be in private school anymore. I don't have any money. He's like, Dad, no, I like the school. Because every day, it's a Christian school. They talk about God for 1 hour. Before anything else, they talk about God. So I want my kids to be there. So he said, Dad, I want to be there. I said, well, son, I don't have any money. I'm sorry. So when I saw Momentis, my first goal was, I'm going to work hard because I want my kids to be there. So I started working really hard, and because my wife, and he was supposed to be to Washington, D.C. to a trip, and he couldn't make it because I was just in the process to make money. First of all, not to lose my house. That was my first step, and then to keep them at school. So I called my wife. I was in Visalia. I said, honey, how's Alex? And I know my son, he gets embarrassed. You're not going to talk, son, I promise you, okay? He's like, Dad, do not make me talk, please. And I asked my wife, I said, honey, how's Alex? And she said, he's been crying all night because all his friends, they went to Washington, and he was the only one that he couldn't make it. And I said, honey, you know what? I'm going to work harder, and I'm going to make sure that my son is going to have a better trip. I started working really hard. I earned a trip to the Caribbean last year. I took my wife, and guess what? I took my son. He came with me. He came with me. He told his friends, guys, I didn't went to the Washington, D.C., but I went to a better place because my dad is working really hard. And after that, I said, I'm going to keep working hard. And I remember June 1st. See, they were supposed to be out of school because I was expensive for me to pay. And I said, it's not gonna happen. So I kept working harder and harder and harder. And June 1st, that's been the biggest accomplishment. Not about money, about what I saw, because Mexico, when I was in Mexico, I didn't finish high school, only 4th grade, and that was it. So June 1st, that was his graduation. And I was so excited. I went to the school June 1st, and I saw my son walking to the stage, looking at me, like saying, Daddy, I love you. I love you. Thank you very much. And then, when the graduation was done, I was his #1 fan, and I'm like, he's doing what I didn't at school. He's finishing, he's graduating, and that's the biggest accomplishment. So he came to me at the end, he hugged me, right here crying. He said, Dad, thank you very much, because you kept your promise, and I'm still in school, and you are my hero. So that's my son, Alex. You guys think? Cool. I love you guys. Anthony?